After a disappointing finish to my sophomore season, basketball took on an entire new meaning. I was no longer going to accept mediocrity or settling for a less than average season. I had sat out for most of my sophomore year because of a foot injury, so during this time I had the opportunity to see basketball in a whole new way. I saw the potential that our team had, but we had to discover our individual roles and combine our talents in order to reach that potential. During the summer between my sophomore and junior season, we lived and breathed basketball. Almost every weekend we played in a shootout, which is kind of like a tournament. We also attended a 3-day team camp at Texas Tech University. In the month of June, we almost played more games than a regular season. Our bodies were completely exhausted. And at the time, it seemed that it was just silly to put ourselves through all that pain. For what? Our blisters were calloused over like toenails on the balls of our feet. That's gross, but that's the truth. And every muscle in our bodies ached. The reward for our hard work was not even in sight at this point. When school started in August, our progression from the previous year was obvious. We had grown closer as a team through the long hours we put in during the summer, and our basketball skills had improved tons, but we weren't even close to our full potential. In October, when we started after-school practice, the chemistry we had was awesome. We were finally becoming the team that we always should have been. When the season finally started, the atmosphere on the court was as exciting as winning the lottery. We didn't win every game, and of course we had games where things just did not go our way. But we always did our best and played together as one single unit. District came faster than it seemed it should have, but we were ready. Our goal from the beginning had been to become undefeated district champs, so that's what we set out to do. We took one game at a time, and each game we used it as a learning experience for the next. Before we knew it, half a district was over, and we were at the top with a 5-0 record. Our reward was starting to shine through the darkness. We didn't let up the second half and managed to sweep the district, finishing 10-0. This is what we had been working for. Entering the postseason is like starting the whole season over. Everybody is on equal grounds, all previous records being wiped away. This was our chance to prove how good we really were and to make something spectacular happen. Because we won district, we didn't have to play the first round of the playoffs, but we took on winners in the second round. We ended up beating them, which sent us on to the next round. We were set to play Seymour on a Tuesday night to decide who went on to the regional tournament. This was the moment we had been working for since June. This was not only our opportunity, but it was an opportunity that was an offering of a candy bar to a child. The game was intense for the whole 32 minutes. The score went back and forth constantly, and the fans were absolutely crazy with enthusiasm. In the last 2 minutes of the game, we were down by 3, and I stole the ball for a breakaway layup. As I jumped to release the ball, I felt a push from behind, but the shot went in, and I got the free throw. This was the moment I had been waiting for. I had the opportunity to tie up the ball game. Suddenly, my stomach clenched in fear as I worried about missing the easy free throw. I looked down at the orange rubber ball, and it sounds crazy, but it just seemed to come to life, and a voice said, just have confidence. Have confidence in yourself. This is what you've been working for. This is yours. I knew that I was going to make that shot, and I did. We ended up winning the game and continuing on to the regional tournament. This was the first time since the 1960s that our girls basketball team had made it to the regional tournament. The whole team was almost exploding with this excitement at the success we had achieved. Walking into Moody Coliseum was an experience that I cannot describe. The gym was its own golden line street in heaven. This was going to be the most amazing day of my life. Tweet! The referee blew his whistle to signal the start of the game. We were ready. We played our hearts out for 32 minutes, but the game did not end in our favor. When the final buzzer sounded, the enormity of all we had accomplished struck me, and the blanket of sadness knowing that our dream season was over surrounded me. Even though we didn't win the state championship, the lesson I learned was twice as valuable. Through all those seemingly pointless hours of hard work during the summer, we had been preparing for this moment. The moment when all those blisters and aches and pains were all worth it because of the success we had achieved. It's amazing how something as simple as pride can be such a great reward. We didn't end up with a gleaming trophy, but the lessons we learned all build up to make their own kind of trophy in each of our lives.